At one particular point, he actually started to go through the list of people that he had relationships with and what he felt about them being let go by ESPN. So what we want to do is we want to play a little bit of what he had to say about Jalen Rose being fired, a little bit about Max Kellerman. So take a listen to what Stephen A. Smith had to say here, and then we're going to come back and continue on with the show. Take a listen to that there.
ESPN, just the other day, laid off about 20 members of its on-air talent. I titled this "Change Happened, More to Come," because, as you all know, I work at ESPN. My day job is First Take. NBA Countdown to NBA Stephen A's World, all of that stuff, but mainly First Take. And there are a lot of people who got laid off. Friends of mine, actually. Definitely respected colleagues who've done a phenomenal job and deserved better. But it's not Disney or ESPN that they deserved better from. They deserved better from than the times we're living in. A lot of people don't want to see that, and they don't want to appreciate that. But those are people rife with emotion, some justifiably, obviously, but are not paying enough attention to the dollars. Right here on this podcast, when Disney announced that 7,000 layoffs were coming, everybody associated with ESPN knew this day would arrive. Folks as individuals were hoping it just wasn't them. To see Jalen Rose gone, my brother, done an outstanding job for us covering the NBA for years. Got a lot of love for that brother. A lot of the great work he's done over the years, what he's represented for the company. I'm going to miss him. Jalen Rose has always been good to me. And I loved working with him on NBA Countdown. He is a brilliant, brilliant basketball mind. He is somebody that worked his ass off all the time. There was never an assignment he backed away from. There was never a time he didn't want to work. And my heart goes out to him for being one of these cuts after his exceptional run at ESPN. I'm even going to mention Max Kellerman. I know y'all thought I wouldn't. I am not happy that he is gone. We all know what history we had. We all know what happened with he and I parting ways on First Take. I don't want the brother unemployed. I want him gainfully employed. I want him having a job and a career. And that brother knows his boxing inside as out, as smart as a whip, and has been around a long time. I wish him no ill will. And a matter of fact, although I sincerely doubt he ever will, if he ever called me needing my help, I would not hesitate to help him. Just because I don't want to work with you directly in a debate show doesn't mean I didn't want to work with you. Doesn't mean I couldn't have worked with him covering a boxing match. Doesn't mean I couldn't have worked with him covering a UFC match. Doesn't mean I could have worked with him doing Sports Center, a Sports Center segment, or somebody else. I'm just talking about a 2-hour debate show. I wanted a different partner. That's all. I wish the brother nothing but the best.
So you heard what Stephen A. Smith had to say. Let's start from the end. He spoke about Max Kellerman. He said that obviously we all know why that show came to an end. It wasn't because of money. ESPN First Take has been the #1 morning show, I believe, in sports for the last 11 years, as he said. So him and Max Kellerman were doing very well. Stephen A. Smith essentially just wanted a different format. He wanted a different debate partner, and he wanted a guest, like, to kind of have like this rotating cast where he can debate with different people and also make things more interesting. I think ultimately it worked out because now you have a plethora of entertaining personalities. You have JJ Redick, you have Kendrick Perkins that comes in, you have Mad Dog Russo that comes in. At one point you had Jay Williams, who's no longer with ESPN. They didn't renew his contract